August 1989, P.S. Marmi T, 16-year-old Yusuf Hawkins made a simple trip to buy a used car. He never made it home. Hawkins walked into Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, an all-white neighborhood where his black skin made him a target. Within minutes, 30 Italian-American youths surrounded him. They carried baseball bats and guns. They thought he was there to date a white girl. He wasn't. Keith Mondello led the mob as they closed in. Joey Farmer raised his gun. One shot. Yusuf was dead. The murder ignited massive riots across New York. Al Sharpton led marches through Bensonhurst's hostile streets. White residents threw watermelons at the protesters. They screamed racial slurs from their windows. During the trials, witnesses refused to talk. A conspiracy of silence protected the killers, but the evidence was overwhelming. Several were eventually convicted. The case exposed something terrifying, that in 1980s America, a teenager could be murdered in cold blood simply for being black in the wrong neighborhood. Some horrors aren't supernatural, they're human.
Crazy Italian Americans! 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 Crazy Italian Americans!
Isn't that racist community? I ought to go to Bensonhurst. I have an organization. I know I can put 500 people in the streets. And I think if we go to Bensonhurst, the reaction of the white community will clear all of this up for the perception of the American public.
Sharpton set out to prove that Bensonhurst was a racist community. Meanwhile, its residents were busy protesting their innocence.
Is there racial tension in this neighborhood?
No, it ain't racist. Everybody blows out of proportion. It's not racism.
It's not racial. Nah, it's not a racial tension area. No. There's nothing like, we don't look for trouble.
That's right.
And I'm sure, you know, like, they weren't looking for trouble either, but they were in the wrong place at the wrong time, I guess, you know?
These things happen, you know, but don't make a big deal out of it, because now if you make a big deal and you know what's going to happen, they're going to come down, and we're going to start, they're going to start, and there's going to be a big thing, right? So if we keep it low and forget about it, you know, maybe it'll just die down.
Now Sharpton planned to march through the heart of Bensonhurst.
I knew that Bensonhurst would clarify whether it was a racial attack or not.
Studying these videotapes, one can feel the temperatures rising as the marches progressed.
Few here will talk to reporters who they say have blown the recent events out of proportion.
What do you like about this neighborhood? Why do you stay here?
Because all my friends are here, my family. I can go out and say hello, take a walk to the corner and stop and talk with people. I know where my children are. I know if I'm not around, somebody will watch them, you know. I feel comfortable here.
My family's here, they've always been here. My kids love it here. I'd have to drag them out of here to get them out of here right now.
Is this a safe neighborhood for a family?
Yeah, it's a pretty tight neighborhood. It's safe.
After the shooting and the press coverage, the Clinties know that's not the way others see Bensonhurst.
This neighborhood is known for tattoos.
Not that. It's just the neighborhood
muscles.
Is not.
I don't know. I was saying Guidos and tattoos and muscle guys and you know, they're saying all these things. Stupid. I thought it was stupid. I have 2 tattoos.
And they're
I'm not
associating everybody
stupid.
with it. It's not fair.
So how do you think the rest of New York and the rest of the country looks at your neighborhood now?
They look at it like they're writing it up to be.
Yeah.
Because they're not here and they don't know it. You know, they just have to believe what they read or see on television.
We have everything here.
Before it became largely Italian-American, Bensonhurst was where many famous Jewish vaudevillians who couldn't get into New Rochelle lived. Early on,
everything is so close, everyone's near each other.
But in real life, Vincent Gardenia has never moved more than about 3 blocks, he says.
A teenager named Gina Feliciano, who was born and raised in the mostly Italian Bensonhurst section of Brooklyn, invited some friends over for her 18th birthday party. Some of those friends were black and Hispanic. That seemingly simple act touched off the chilling, apparently racially motivated murder of a black teenager named Yusuf Hawkins, who was mistaken by a white mob for one of Gina Feliciano's invited guests. Gina, who will be a key witness at the murder trial, is now under 24-hour police guard. No reporter had been able to see her since the killing. But this week, she agreed to talk to us. Accompanied by detectives and disguised, she met with us twice in a Manhattan hotel. This is not what she really looks like, but Gina felt it would be dangerous under the circumstances for anyone to recognize her. That's why she asked that a makeup man completely change her face and her hair.
Why is it necessary to take such precautions?
There's a reason for it.
And the reason is?
Because there's a contract out for me.
For your life?
Yeah. $100,000.
To kill you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're certain?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know?
Because, they got the, you know, they went into the streets and they found out that it was for real. That, you know, there's $100,000. In the beginning it was 10, but now it's 100.
The word is out on the streets that someone wants you dead and will pay $100,000 to see that happen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gina, you're 18 years old. You're a kid. How do you live with that?
Day by day.
Day, I ought to go to Bensonhurst. I have an organization. I know I can put 500 people in the streets. And I think if we go to Bensonhurst, the reaction of the white community will clear all of this up for the perception of the American public.
Sharpton set out to prove that Bensonhurst was a racist community. Meanwhile, its residents were busy protesting their innocence.
Is there racial tension in this neighborhood?
No, it ain't racial. Everybody blows out of proportion. It's not racism. Nah, it's not a racial tension area. No. There's nothing like, we don't look for trouble. That's right. And I'm sure, you know, like, they weren't looking for trouble either, but they were in the wrong place at the wrong time, I guess, you know?
These things happen, you know, but don't make a big deal out of it, because now if you make a big deal and you know what's going to happen, they're going to come down, and we're going to start, they're going to start, and there's going to be a big thing, right? So if we keep it low and forget about it, you know, maybe it'll just die down.
Now Sharpton planned to march through the heart of Bensonhurst.
I knew that Bensonhurst would clarify whether it was a racial attack or not.
We were told on Friday that there would be a march the next day and that Al Sharpton would lead the march. And this was a sort of a mythic figure, as Sharpton, to the people of Bensonhurst.
We see hundreds of whites standing there. Unbelievable. I mean, even with my expectations, I didn't expect that kind of crowd.
Ahmed, pick up crowd. Ahmed, play the crowd, play the crowd.
Warriors, what do you want to hear? You want to hear hatred and violence? You ain't gonna hear it from us. Bullshit. Where is he supposed to be? Because he knows a bullshit and lying. That's what Al Sharpton means. He's a bullshit and liar.
In the beginning, the interest was, where's Sharpton? You know, where's the fat guy? It was almost a joke. You know, it wasn't so much that people were frightened or angry or anything at that point. It was...
Tonight.
My grandson! Shut down! Shut down in cold blood!
When 16-year-old Yusuf Hawkins was murdered in a white New York neighborhood called Bensonhurst, racial tensions exploded.
Yesterday showed the open hostility that exists in New York. Yusuf was a victim of racism.
Everybody has used this incident. Everybody has exploited this boy's death.
A man that was involved in the murder of their child was at a thriving radio station that thrived off of black music.